Hello, Tampa Bay. Welcome to Florida Hottest Spots and Events. And tonight we just got done having the most amazing event for the NFL alumni. And I am here with Mark Urbanski, who happens to be the son of the one who actually played a pivotal role in bringing the Tampa Bay Bucks to Tampa Bay. So I cannot wait to introduce him and let you guys hear the story behind it all. So hello, Mark.
Hello, Melinda. How are you?
Great, thank you. So let's tell all the viewers about the story behind the Buccaneers. And in case they already noticed that we were dressed in 70s attire, we just had the most amazing benefit event. And we are wearing 70s attire in honor of the inauguration year of 1976 for the Tampa Bay Bucks. But let's hear from the person who is been a part of the Bucks from childhood.
Hello, Melinda. Thanks for interviewing me here after our party. We had a blowout party for the Creamsicle Throwback Orange game coming up Sunday against the Detroit Lions at 4:25. We're going to have a tailgate for that, but we wanted to have a pre-party, and then we could pass out the T-shirts that we've taken contributions for to raise money for one of the charities that the NFL Alumni Association Tampa Bay chapter supports, and it's called Caring for Kids, and it funds parks, playgrounds, and athletic fields for inner city children. Anyway, I got involved with this. We started throwing these tailgates that my father started in 1976, which was the Bucks' inaugural season. Going back, Melinda referred to the Bucks coming to Tampa about 1970 when I was 5 years old. Leonard Levy and then four other guys. My dad was part of the team. His name was Jim Urbanski. A lot of people remember him. He passed away in 2021. They would go meet with Pete Rozelle, the NFL commissioner back then. Roger Goodell's the current commissioner now. Pete Rozelle was the commissioner back then, for those of y'all that have been around that long. And they would meet with the NFL owners at the league headquarters in New York City. They would also go to all the Super Bowls where all of the NFL owners meet with Rozelle during Super Bowl week, and the four gentlemen would pitch the NFL on awarding Tampa a franchise. So they started in 1969 or 70, somewhere around then. I was pretty young. But in 74, the league finally awarded the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to Tampa and the Seattle Seahawks to Seattle. And then 76 was the first season. Tampa holds the record for the only NFL city ever awarded a franchise without the owner. The league said, "Can you find an owner?" My dad and Leonard Levy and the group said, "Don't worry, we'll find an owner." They called Hugh Culverhouse, a tax attorney up in Jacksonville, and said, "Hey, we got a business opportunity for you. Do you want to buy an NFL team?" And the rest was history.
Yes, that is awesome. And speaking of the inauguration, we even tonight had some swashbucklers that were here from 1976. And stay tuned for a whole bunch of awesome pictures at FL Hottest Spots, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And this was actually to benefit. Now, I do have, if you go to flhottestspots.com, I have a link for the event page. So if you go to the event page for this event, you will find a link to buy the shirts. So as long as they're available, the link will still...
We'll have plenty of shirts available. We sold a ton of them before the event tonight, and the party started for people to pick up their shirts, and then a lot of folks came and bought shirts, but we have more for the tailgate party Sunday, which is at 1:30. It's the tailgate party I've had that, we started way back, and then it's grown and grown and grown. So Sunday, 1:30, lot 6. The NFL alumni and I will have our joint party with Greg Barrios, DJ, my chef, and a lot of former, Buccaneers. It starts at 1:30. I'll have a TV set up during the game. I'm going to go into the game, and then a post party where more of the NFL alumni will show up from the Buccaneers 70s teams and 80s teams from the creamsicle era of the Bucs before the uniform change.
Awesome. So if they can attend the event on Sunday, can they still order the shirts through the site and then?
Yes, there's a Give Butter link, and Melinda has it on her Facebook page for your event.
flhottestspots.com. If you go to events, I have a direct link to the page to make it a lot easier.
Go. Yep, and then it's a Give Butter link, and then you can come to the tailgate and pick up your shirt, and there'll be plenty available for that too. Once again, 100% of the proceeds go to charity and the Caring for Kids program that the NFL Alumni Association supports.
Awesome. Well, this is so fantastic, and it's so cool to be here.
Yeah, it was
with. So now I got to ask. Your father was the one who brought the Tampa Bay Bucs here, so you have been a Bucs fan from the time you were very young.
10 years old, yeah.
10 years old. So what is your favorite memory as a child? And then I'm going to ask.
As a child, it was definitely, we went 0-14 the first year, or maybe it was 0-16, and the next year we won, it was 77, we won in New Orleans against Archie Manning. It was an away game, and they came back the next week, home game, and they beat the St. Louis Cardinals. And that was 76, 77, 78. They were kind of, insignificant. By 79, they won the NFC Central. And then I remember going to the playoff divisional game against the Philadelphia Eagles in Tampa on a cold December day, and we beat the Eagles, and we went to the NFC Conference Championship against the Rams and lost, but we were one game away from the Super Bowl within 4 years from the inception of the team coming to Tampa.
Oh my gosh, that is fantastic.
They called it from worst to first back then.
Yeah.
So then, then they had some decent seasons, but once Dungy came in 95 or somewhere around there, they started getting better and better. We played the Lions in the playoffs. I remember that game. So, the playoff games you always remember. I mean, there are other games too that were a lot of fun, but the playoff games, we beat Washington at home in another year, and then Gruden came in, and they had Dungy's defense. He was an offensive guy, so it gave him enough firepower to get all the way to the Super Bowl in 2002. The game was played in 2003, but they were Super Bowl champs. So anyway, and then during the COVID year, all their playoff games were on the road, but I was able to go to all the games even during COVID. It was a lot of fun. And Brady came in. We won the first year. Next 2 years, we made the playoffs. We got beat by the Rams, beat the Eagles in the wild card game, lost to the Rams, and then last year lost to the Cowboys in Tampa, first round. But it was all a lot of fun. Anytime, as a Bucs fan, anytime you get to the playoffs, it's a really good year because we've had a lot of really bad years.
No, absolutely. That's what I had mentioned to you before, is when I had moved away and I was living in Europe, and because they kind of go from one place to another, and they weren't doing well at the time, and I moved to Europe, and this is, oh my gosh, this was in the late 90s, I'm thinking.
Late 90s.
Late 90s, and they were before I moved to Europe, they were not doing very well. Next thing I know, I'm watching CNN, and the Bucs were in the playoffs.
National or worldwide TV. They had some couple opportunities. I was actually in Amsterdam when they got beat by Philadelphia in the Vet, which was 2001, and then the next year they beat Philly in the conference championship and went on to win the Super Bowl against the Raiders.
Yes. They're 2 awesome years.
Awesome, Tom. So anyway, I've been going since I was 10. We've had the same season ticket since the old stadium. They moved us to roughly the same seats at the new stadium, and we're diehard fans. We have a lot of fun, and we have this tailgate going on now that has grown to be when the NFL wants to have it with us. So it's gotten to be pretty large, successful, and, it's nice. I just kind of honor the past and continue it and grow it, and everybody has a lot of fun. Everybody brings something. It's like it takes a village. Everybody's just bringing stuff. And next thing you know, we got 100 people off the tailgate of my half-ton pickup truck. It's wonderful.
So yes, when we are talking tailgate, so your dad brought the Tampa Bay Bucks here, but Mark brought the biggest tailgate parties you have ever seen in your life because they really are epic. And so, as he mentioned, this Sunday is going to be a tailgate party where they're going to be handing out these shirts. Now, for those that cannot attend, can they order them online and have them mailed out?
You can order them and we'll ship them to you too. And they're $30 each. It's limited production, so you won't see them anywhere else. We had 500 made, so you won't see them in stores. And on Melinda's page, you can see the design. It's phenomenal.
Yes. So if you go to flhottestspots.com, go to the event page, and you'll be able to find the ticket or the order link for the shirts. And Mark had mentioned that there's another event coming up. So if you missed this weekend or you got too much going on, there is something else coming up too. So
the NFL Alumni Association Tampa Bay chapter, which I've been involved with for years, they've got a street party going on in Ybor City on Saturday, November 11th. It's honoring, military veterans, and it's an actual Corvette show. And it'll be on 7th Avenue in Ybor City. Melinda will post some more information on it coming up. It also will raise money for charity, and it should be another epic time for everybody. So once we're done with the tailgate party Sunday, we'll start promoting that, and hopefully we can draw a pretty good crowd. Last year was highly successful. If you have a Corvette, bring it. If you like Corvettes, come down. If you don't like Corvettes, it's still a heck of a party. Come on down.
Awesome. Well, I've got to say, tonight's party, the 70s parties, was definitely epic. There's no question. It was, wait till you see the pictures because it was intense. We packed them in here. And so once again, we're here at 717 with Mark Urbanski.
And I wanted to say thanks to Melinda, too. She does a phenomenal job promoting events, and we had probably 150 people jammed into 717 tonight, and I bet you Melinda brought a lot of them in, too, along with my people and the NFL people. So it was an awesome time. I couldn't be any happier with the turnout.
Well, thank you for recognizing that, and it really was a great time. And I'll tell you what, I'm definitely a 70s girl at heart because it was so much fun.
And I'm a 70s guy tonight. I mean, I was young in the 70s, but I look at us.
That's right. Woo!
We're the same age, born on the same day, 1 year apart. I'm a year older than her. We're both born on October 1st. So we kind of were like watching movies with the 70s stuff, but we broke it out tonight.
That's right. That is right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, and I look forward to sharing all the other events coming up. And tonight was over the top. So signing out, Florida Hottest Spots and Events.